Hello, friends, and welcome to Pathologic Volume 7, Episode 31. This is the final standard puzzle before we get into the slightly more difficult bonus puzzles for a week or so. And today it is a Nurikabe, which is one of my favorites, but it is a variant, so we'll see how that changes things as we take a look at the rules. Nurikabe is a pencil puzzle where we shade some cells so that all shaded cells form one orthogonally connected area. These shaded cells are this area, and orthogonally connected means that from any one cell in this shaded area, we can reach any other one by traveling horizontally and vertically, not diagonally. No 2x2 region may be entirely shaded, so we couldn't have, for example, this cell to be shaded because that would make a 2x2 square. And in a standard Nurikabe, the final rule is that clues can't be shaded and show the size of the area that they are in, but this has an either-or variant, which means clues cannot be shaded, and every orthogonally connected area of unshaded cells contains exactly two clues, at least one of which must represent the size of the area. So, for example, this area at the top left is 5 cells large and contains both a 5 and a 1, and so since it has a 5 in it, that is legitimate. This area has 4 clues, so they're both correct. This one has 6 cells of area, and so the 2 clue is false, but the 6 clue is true, so that satisfies the requirement. Those are the rules of Nurikabe either or, so it's time to solve a puzzle. Today's Nurikabe either or was set by Shye. So I think that ones are interesting in this variant because a 1 clue can never be true. If it were, for example, this one, let's say that were true, then we would need to box it in so that only that cell was in the region, but that then breaks our rule that we need to have exactly 2 clues in a region. So ones are never going to be true and must extend to meet another clue. And this one can't extend east because that would meet up with a 2. We would have a region of size at least 3, and both of these would be false. And at least 1 needs to be true. So this is shaded, that's unshaded. The shaded areas are all contiguous, so this sneaks out this way, and the 1 also sneaks out to find another clue, and it finds this 4, and that is good because that is a 4-cell region, so the 4 clue is true. And that is our first region done. This needs to continue out this way. This 2 clue needs to find another clue. It sneaks this way and finds the 3, and we have a 3-cell region for the 3, so that's good. We've got this unshaded. This shaded region needs to extend to find others, and however this 5 extends, it is going to meet up with the 6. So these are one region of size 5 or 6. But I think 6 is impossible because if we extend this as much as we possibly can, we are going to not be able to enter this cell nor this cell because we'd meet up with the 4. So the most we can do, the most expansive we can get is all of these, which is 5 cells, which satisfies that one. So that is the size of that clue. This shaded area needs to extend out, and we can't have a 2x2, so that's unshaded. And this one, nope, I don't know. This extends south. Let's see about these other ones. We know that they are false and don't meet up with each other because neither one would be big enough. So this extends this way. If the 1 goes east, it's part of the 4, which is probably fine. If it doesn't meet up with the 4, what else could it meet up with? It can't actually sneak past this 3. If it doesn't meet the 4, it would have to meet the 3, and that would be bigger than 3. So that doesn't happen. It actually does meet up with the 4 and must do so directly, because otherwise, well, yeah, there's no other way to get there. So it's those 3 and 1 more to make up the 4. Let's find another in. I see likely pairings. Trying to figure out how we're going to prove that they are the correct pairings. Let's see. This 4 needs to... Oh, okay, down here. We can do a little bit more down here. I was just wondering whether we could put some barriers between things, and that made me think, oh, we could do that down here. This region can't meet up with the 3, so that is shaded. That doesn't tell us too much, but this either comes up this way, shading that one, or it comes up this way, shading that one. I think this is probably going to be broken. Let's see if we can prove that. If this comes up this way, then we got to shade these. This comes up this way. Actually, ooh, that's not good enough to prove it. That actually is possible. Okay, undo that. So we have this one shaded. This could come up either way so far. Okay, back up to here. What was I going to say? I was going to propose that this 4... it needs to meet one of these 5s. I think that is clear. Are either of those a problem? This one could just barely do it, which makes me think it's probably the actual answer. That tends to be how these would be set. Let's say these two 3s don't meet each other. If that's the case, we need to shade both of these, and that's a problem because it would strand this shaded cell. So these 2 do meet each other and must take that one to avoid that getting stranded. So those are done. This sneaks out here. The 1 goes up this way, meets up with the 4. That is a 4-cell region. We're good there. This comes out this direction, so I was wrong about where this is going to go. This is going to go to the right side. And it's 4 large now. This goes up. This area has to go up and out. This has to come up and out. This needs to keep going because it needs another clue, and it finds it here. And now we have a 4-cell region that has a 5 and a 3. So it's going to be 5 large. Can't meet the 4. And the 4 is going to come out this way, so we still can't meet up with it. And this is going to have to come 1 more, and now it's 5 large, so it's done. This comes out here, and as predicted, it meets up with the 5 in the most direct way possible. So that is done. This connected area needs to continue. This connected area needs to continue. And we are left, oh, this is a 2x2 we can't fill in. This has to continue out here. We're left with 2 clues that have to meet up. And if they clearly have to come through here, so they're connected. So this shaded area needs to meet up with these. If it did so here, then we would have an unshaded cell there that is stranded because of the 2x2 rule. So it comes up on this side, and we have a size of 6 or 7, and we have 7 cells here, so both are possible, except this area needs to connect with the other shaded areas, so it's going to come up that way. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left, and that is how you solve a Nurikabe either or.